I told myself I could stop any time. I said it was just a drink to take the edge off. One bottle became my closest friend. Morning tasted like regret. Night tasted like escape. I lost my job, my family, and my dignity one sip at a time. I promised change and delivered disappointment. I drank to forget, but alcohol never forgot me. At my lowest, I didn't ask for help, asked for numbness. That's when I realized I was chained. And that's when God broke those chains. The man I used to be, my name is Thomas Miller. Once, I was dependable. I showed up early, stayed late, and kept my word. I had a steady job, a small house filled with laughter, and a wife who believed in me more than I believed in myself. Alcohol wasn't the villain at first. It was background noise, celebrations, weekends, stress relief, a beer after work, a few drinks with friends. Nothing that raised alarms until it did. The shift was subtle. One drink turned into three. Three turned into nights I couldn't remember. I still showed up mostly, but my eyes were tired, my patience thin. I started choosing bars over dinners, excuses over honesty. I told myself I deserved it. When control slipped, piled up, deadlines, bills, expectations I felt I couldn't meet. Alcohol promised relief. It quieted the noise for a while. It made me feel lighter until the morning came. Guilt waited with coffee. Shame sat beside me like an uninvited guest. I hid bottles. I lied convincingly. I learned how to look sober enough. My wife noticed before I admitted it. "We're losing you," she said one night, her voice steady but tired. I promised I'd cut back. I didn't. The cost of ADD, CTO and addiction doesn't announce itself with a siren. It steals in silence. I missed birthdays. I forgot conversations. I broke promises and blamed everyone but myself. The job went first. Performance issues, they said. I nodded like I understood. Then the house felt empty. My wife left not in anger, but in sadness. "I can't watch you disappear," she said. That sentence followed me everywhere. I drank to forget it. Rock bottom has a so-and rock bottom isn't dramatic. It's quiet. It sounds like an empty apartment at 2 a.m. It smells like stale alcohol and regret. It feels like knowing you've become someone you don't recognize. One morning, I woke up on the floor. My head throbbed. My phone was filled with messages I didn't remember sending. I looked in the mirror and didn't flinch. That scared me, Prayer I didn't practice, hadn't prayed in years, not seriously. But that morning, sitting on the edge of my bed, I whispered words I didn't plan. "God, if you're real, I can't do this anymore." No lightning, no voice, just a sense gentle and firm that I wasn't alone. For the first time, I didn't reach for a drink. When God stepped in, change didn't come all at once. It came as courage to call a friend, to admit I needed help, to walk into a recovery meeting with shaking hands. I failed more than once, slipped, fell, felt ashamed, but something was different. I didn't hide. I prayed again and again. "God, help me today. Not forever. Not tomorrow, today." The battle and the BREKTH Koguri was hard, honest, uncomfortable. I learned that alcohol wasn't my only problem, it was my escape from pain I never faced. Regret, fear, unforgiveness, faith became my anchor. I read scripture when cravings hit. I called people instead of pouring drinks. I learned to sit with discomfort instead of drowning it. God didn't remove the struggle. He gave me strength inside it, forgiveness from others, and MYSAL rebuilding. Trust took time. I apologized without defending myself. I listened more than I spoke. I accepted consequences. My wife didn't return immediately. She watched from a distance. Months later, we met for coffee. "You're different," she said. I wasn't perfect, but I was present. Freedom feels like THIS freedom, ISN, T loud. It's waking up clear-headed. It's remembering conversations. It's laughing without regret. It's choosing honesty when lying would be easier. I found work again humble, steady. I served where I could. I shared my story, not to impress, but to help. The chains were gone. Not because I was strong, because God was. Happiness. REDF need happiness returned slowly, not as excitement, but as peace. I learned to enjoy simple things, morning light, honest conversations, the quiet confidence of being sober. I didn't earn this freedom, I received it. What I know, UNOW alcohol promised relief and delivered ruin. God promised freedom, kept it. I am not ashamed of my past. It reminds me how far grace can reach. If you're struggling, if addiction has convinced you that change is impossible, hear this: chains can be broken, not by willpower alone, by faith. If you feel trapped, if you've tried and failed, if shame tells you it's too late, it's not. Faith broke my chains, and it can break yours too.